lectures. Even me, I prefer offline, but today could not be possible. If everything is okay, we'll complete today. But if something remains, we can do an offline tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. I can see students, getting in. Just setting up everything before we begin and telling you what we're supposed to be doing today. Just a minute. This is ready. Perfect. So you know the rule of Zoom, guys. The rule of Zoom is that you need to make your presence felt. If you don't make your presence felt in the chat box, then you might not be in the room longer. So please let me know if you're there in the class while I start. Everyone, please make your presence felt in the chat box.
Present, sir.
No, 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 no. I don't need that. I just need anything in the chat box. Yes, perfect. All right. I'll tell you what's going to be happening in a minute, just 1 minute, and we will start. Good. I like the chat box enthusiasm. I'll tell you what's in store today. Today is a pretty interesting and exciting day. So I'm going to just tell you about what's going to happen today. Guys, we're at a chapter called Computation of Income, which is basically the 14-mark question, which is question number 1. We started off with some exam questions. I remember doing May 19 in the in class. We also did November 23 in class. We are going to go ahead now. On November 19 is where we start from. So I'm just going to tell you what happens today. Those computation of income sums, guys, will give you a really, really good understanding of whatever you know up till now in tax. So here we go. So this is November 19. Now, what I've done just to save some time, I finished my earlier class slightly early. So I recorded this November 19 paper. I'm just going to show it to you here from in a video. I'll just play another video. This is the November 19 paper. Just 1 minute. Yeah. This is what I have recorded already. In fact, I've solved it in FAIR with working notes, everything, etc. is here. So I'm going to share this November 19 paper with you guys. So we can move ahead to the November 20 paper. So here we go. I'm going to start off the November 20 paper. What do you need? You need a calculator, you need a book to write this in FAIR, and guys, you need complete attention so that you can score well on this 14 marks. Let's start, everyone. Uh, keep your calculator handy as you will need it for calculations. Let's start reading. Guys, 14 marks always starts with one person who is Mr. Ganesh here, 58 years old, a resident Indian for the previous year, 2020. Guys, which is the previous year? Please tell me in the chat box, which is the previous year they're talking about. The previous year they're talking about is, yes, guys, which is the previous year? Absolutely right, Veer, Rishan, yep, perfect. So the previous year they're talking about is previous year 1920. And they are talking about this previous year, and that means they're talking about assessment year 2021. You're required to compute his total income and tax liability under normal as well as special provisions, that is AMT. So one part of that question will be your regular, that means your old tax system plus your alternate minimum tax. If you remember someone knocking on your door, I told you we'll be doing a question on that. This is the question on that. And second, we need to figure out as per the default system. Guys, anyone remembers the default scheme tax section 115? 115 BSC, absolutely right, but that's in capital, guys. BSC is in capital. Anyway, so this is what we need to start. First, we will do this one, and then, as you know, we will also be doing the default one. First, we'll discuss it, and then we'll be writing it. Azure, let's start. He occupies the ground floor. Please tell me which room should I open here? Yes, all right. So now, guys, I'll tell you how to proceed here. You need to start on a page. You need to write just the way I'm writing. You also need to write. Everyone, please start writing. This is question number 1, November 20 paper. Question number 1, November 20 ICI paper. And of course, you will not show this in the exam, but you need to do rough work. So please start rough. And do what I'm doing right now. You can use your space according to your own thing. This is house property. So I'm just opening the room house property. Here we go. I'm writing IFHP. He occupies the ground floor of his residential building, so it is SOP, and has let out the first floor for residential use, so there is LOP as well. It is an annual rent of 2 lakh 28, so 2 lakh 28,000 becomes my NAV. He has paid municipal taxes of 60,000 for the current financial year. Guys, how much of the 60,000 can I minus in LOP? You have to apportion. So how much can I minus? I'm hoping you'll have visited videos, guys. Otherwise, this will not be possible. I've not got any answer till now. I'll wait. How much of the municipal tax can you minus?
Actually, your voice got lagged in between. It got cut off. So could you
Okay,
just
okay. We'll repeat. We're opening the first room, that is IFHP. In IFHP room, guys, SOP is first, then there is LOP. 2 lakh 28 is the annual rent of the let out property. He paid municipal tax of 60,000. How much can I take a deduction here, guys? I want the number. Priyansh is already answered. If I don't see too many answers, guys, you find yourself out of the room. So please answer. Yes, Misha, Srinilaya, only two more answers I've got. Okay, I've got a few more now. So 30,000, you minus 30,000, and please tell me the balance. How much is the balance? 1,98,000. Keep writing in your books as well, guys. From this, you'll take a 30% reduction. So 1,98,000 into 30% is 59,400. You don't need to give me all the numbers on the chat box. Whenever I tell you to find out the numbers, you will tell me. So 1,38,600. This should also be in your books. Now, please tell me, guys, in SOP, what can I minus? Yes, guys, in SOP, what can I minus? Yeah, but is there any interest here? No, there is no interest, so I can't minus anything. So overall, guys, my house property is 1,38,600. Please put it in a box. This is your final number from IFHP room. Now, guys, let's move ahead to the next room. Let's open up the next room. Here we go. I'm reading out. You tell me which is the next room, guys. He owns an industrial undertaking established in an SEZ, which had commenced operation during the financial year 17-18. The total turnover of the undertaking, excellent, guys. This is PGBP. So I'm opening the room of PGBP. Good job, guys. So this is PGBP room. Please open up in your books as well. And his turnover was 200 lakhs, 140 was from export, the industrial undertaking, fulfill all the condition of 10A. But 10A is a deduction. Before deduction, you need to put the profit in PGBP. Please put profit of 25 lakhs. And put it in a box. Is this final? Yes. But I'm just writing here that I will also get 10A deduction. So I'm just putting it so that we'll remember it whenever we come after GTI's 10A deduction. Guys, if you have any doubt, you can always unmute and let me know the doubt. We move to the next one. Please read the next one and please tell me where will this go. He received a royalty of 2,88,000 from abroad from a book authored by him on the nature of artist. The rate of royalty was 18%. Guys, where is the royalty income going? Can I take it to IFOS? Yes, I can take it to IFOS. My royalty income is 2,88,000. The deduction to earn expenditure is 40,000. I can minus that 40,000. So ultimately it is 2,48,000. Yes. And guys, second stop for book royalty, which deduction will I get under which section? Excellent. 80 QQB. I'm just writing it. I'm not calculating right now because when we reach QQB, we'll do the calculation. Guys, this is IFOS 2,48,000. Next, guys, please read the fourth point and tell me which room should I open here. He received 40,000 as interest on saving bank deposit. It'll also go in IFOS only 40,000 here. But there is a deduction also we will get. Can you tell me which deduction will we get, guys? Excellent. 80 TTA. Guys, why TTA? Because he's 58 years old. I told you everything will be checked here. House property, QQA, TTB, everything is being checked here. So I'm just writing 10,000 here. Will be getting a deduction once you reach to GTI level. This one is not anymore, guys. This is an old paper. So this one has been amended. So it's not part of something that you're doing now. Please read this one and please tell me which room should I open. I hope you're doing this with me. Capital gain, absolutely right. Priyansh is the only one who's replied. Others, guys, also have to participate. Guys, before this, let's finalize this. 2,88,000. Please put in a box. So IFOS room is also finalized. And now let's open capital gain room. Guys, in capital gain room, there are five best friends. Can you tell me what are the five best friends? ATPSC. Please write them. Actually write them, guys. And let's start reading. He also sold his vacant land. So is there an asset? Yes, the asset is land. Is it transferred? Yes, he sold it for rupees 10 lakh. The stamp duty value at the time of transfer was 14 lakh. If you remember, guys, the sale price, if you remember buds, is this buds? Yes, this is land and building. You always compare 10 lakh into 110%. So 10 lakh into 110% is 11 lakh. And that 11 lakh is not meeting stamp duty value. So we'll have to take stamp duty value. So we will be taking 14 lakhs as the sale consideration. I hope you understood it. People who've not understood this have not seen the revision video, and I'm not responsible for that. If you have any other genuine doubt, you can let me know. Guys, the FMV of the land as on 1st April 2001 was 4 lakh. The land was acquired in 1995, guys. Is this old fashioned? Yes or no? Please tell me, is this old fashioned? Yes. So period of holding is long term. I can index the cost, but in cost, guys, it is the original cost or fair market value, whichever is higher. What is the original cost? The land was acquired by 1.8 lakh. He had incurred registration of 10,000. So original cost is 1 lakh 90. Fair market value was 4 lakh. Which will we take, guys? Higher the cost is better. So we will take 4 lakh and then we will index it. So I'm going to take 4 lakh. I'm going to index it. Indexation of the year, starting year is 100. And multiply by 1920 indexation is 289. Please do the needful and tell me the number, guys. 11,56,000. Guys, this is your cost. Now that I have all the numbers, let's do the calculation. There are no expenses on transfer. So we start with sale consideration 14 lakh minus 11,56,000. That gives me a long-term capital gain of 2,44,000. Guys, please do this calculation. Please put this in a box. And once you do that, tell me capital gain long-term, at what rate will it be taxed?
20.
Perfect, 20%, guys. Good job there. Guys, so we've got all the 5 rooms now. Now it's time to see what other deductions are there. He paid the following amounts out of his taxable income. Insurance premium 39,000, paid a life insurance policy of son. Guys, which section deduction will I get here? 80C. Life insurance is 80C. Can I take 39,000? No, I can take maximum only 25,000. Sorry, my bad, my bad, my bad. You can take 39,000 because the limit is 1,50,000 there. Sorry. Next, insurance premium 48,000 on policy of his dependent father. This is medical insurance policy, and that is my assumption. So medical insurance policy is 80D and 48,000. No, I can only take maximum 25,000. Can I assume this is 80C? Yes, you can assume that also, but I have assumed this is medical insurance. Tuition fee of 42,000 for 3 children to a school. The fees is 14,000 per child. You remember the joke, guys. Guys, can you have 3 children? Yes. Which one will you not send to school? If you remember the joke, you will only get a reduction of 2 people under which section 80C and not 80E. Pratim, 80E is for interest. This is 80C tuition fees. And how much will you get? 28,000. So these are the deductions till now. Now let's do the deductions that we need to do, guys. First is 80QQB. Guys, in 80QQB, there are 3 steps. First, the royalty should be up to maximum 15%. Let's see what is the royalty here. The royalty here is 2,88,000, which is 18%. So if 2,88,000 is 18%, what is 15 is 2,40,000. I'm doing the calculation. You also should do it parallelly. No problem if you can't put in the chat box. Next, out of 2,40,000, how much has been received in India? Is the amount received in India is only 2,30,000. So I'm putting 2,30,000 as the next one. And whichever is lower, guys, 2,30,000 is the lower one minus whatever deduction you've already got, that is 40,000. So 1,90,000 is the final deduction under 80QQB. I'm just writing it here. 80QQB is 1,90,000. I hope it's understood. Any doubts, please read it immediately. We can discuss it. Now the
So-
last, yes,
In one deduction, that medical insurance wala,
yeah,
you have taken 25,000, but if you take 80C, then उसमें पूरा मिलेगा ना?
हाँ, but मेरे को लगा कि 80 से उन्होंने चेक कर लिया, इसलिए I gave 80D. You can take
Okay.
ATC also, and you can take the entire thing also.
Okay.
Perfect. All right. Guys, now let's look at 10AA. 10A is awesome area. First, we have to figure out, are we in the first 5 years or the next 5 years? Guys, the awesome area was started in the year 1718 and we are in the year 1920. So we are in the first 5 years. So we will get 100% deduction of the number, which is export percentage profit. Now, what is the export percentage? The export sales were, I think, 140 crores. 200 lakhs, sorry, 200 lakhs was the total turnover, 140 was from export. So export percentage, how do you get? Export percentage you get is 140 by 200.
70.
Yes. Into profit, what is the profit of this unit? Let's check. The profit of this unit is 25 lakhs. So please do this calculation, guys, everyone. 25 lakh
So
into 70% is 17 lakh 50. Will you get the 100% of that? Yes, you will get 100%. So this is the deduction under 10AA. Now, guys, we've got all the answers. This is 10A deduction. I'm writing all the deductions at one place. And that is 17 lakh 50,000. Perfect. Now, guys, it's time to solve it. And we will do everything. But only remember, there is one income which will be taxed at 20%. So we will have to do the menu card here, which is good. So this person is 58 years old and he pays medical insurance. So his dad was senior citizen. Absolutely right, Shruti. Very good pointed out. As here, there is a small mistake which we need to correct. He's 58 years old. He's paying medical insurance premium for his parents. So will he get 48,000? Yes, he will get 48,000 because the limit becomes 50,000. Thank you so much, Shruti. Anyone else who also realized the same doubt, which is good? Guys, anything else that we need to discuss? Otherwise, let's start writing. Please open up your books. After the rough work, we need to start doing the calculation here. Please write. Computation of total income and tax liability of Mr. Ganesh for AY dash and PY dash. This is particulars. This is amount and this is amount again. First room that is opened is IFHP. SOP 50%, which is dash. LOP 50%. Net annual value, sorry. Gross annual value is 2,28,000. Less municipal tax paid. Again 50%, which is 30,000. Don't do the calculation again. We've done all the calculations before. 1,98,000. Just copy now. Less standard deduction. 30% is 59,400. So 1,38,600 is the final answer here. Perfect. Then the next room that we are going to open is PGBP. And we'll straight go to SEZ business. And in the outer column, we will put 25 lakhs. For IFOS, royalty income, 2,88,000. Less expenses, 40,000. That is 2,48,000. Next, interest from savings account is 40,000. So that gives you 2,48,000, sorry, 2,88,000 in the outer column. And last, the fourth room is capital gain, sale of land, stamp duty value will be considered since it is greater than 110% of sale consideration. So you will take 14 lakhs less indexed cost of acquisition, 4 lakh divided by 100 into 289, and you will write working note 1. This working note is about old fashioned, so 2,44,000. Therefore, gross total income. Please find out the gross total income and tell me the number which will be here.
31,70,600.
Perfect. 31,70,600, guys. Others also please calculate. Perfect. Thank you. Less. 10A deduction. You can show it here. 140 lakhs divided by 200 lakhs into 25 lakhs into 100%, that is 17,50,000 less deductions under chapter 6A. First, ATC, life insurance for son, and you will take 39,000. Second, yes, Pratim, the reason I took medical insurance and not life, because in life insurance, even if you pay for your parents, you won't get a deduction. So the smarter thing would be to take 80D. I think you had asked this question, or I think someone else, I think Nikunjan asked this question. So this is it. Medical insurance for father, 48,000. 80 TTA, savings interest deduction, 10,000. And 80 QQB, working note 2, 1,90,000. I think these were the 4 deductions. Please check, guys, any other deduction that you wrote. So could you show the calculation for QPUB once again? We'll do that in the rough work and you'll see it from there. Priyanshi, we've already done the same sum in our book as well, same numbers as well. Tuition fees, yes, we forgot that, so we'll put that as well. Nice. The fifth one, ATC, tuition fees, and you can put up to 2 children, and you can put 28,000. Please minus all of it and then get the final number, which will become your total income. 17 lakh 50, you'll minus first 39,000, 48,000, 10,000, 1,90,000 and 20,000. Please tell me the final number, which is your total income number. I'm getting a different number. Please check once again, guys. 11,05,600. Absolutely right. I'm also getting that number. 11,05,600. Guys, I'm just saving this so that we can start on a new page then. Here we go. This is question number 1, November 20 paper. Let's start with then on the next page, the tax calculation we have to do. So I'm just doing here. This is part 2. So total income. 11,05,600. Now, guys, we will do the tax calculation. So please write tax liability, regular provisions, and leave about 5-6 lines and just do rough work. Again, yes, rough work, because I don't want to show this in the exam, this menu card, but you'll have to do it. Rough work, total income, 11,05,600. Guys, I'm making the menu card. You have to do it with me. Forget the chat box for now. Just write, make sure you're writing this rough work, total income. The first one is normal rate, then is 20%, then is 10, sorry, 15, 10, and 30%. There is no casual income, so 30% is dash. There is no listed UU, so 15 and 10% is dash dash. Is there any 20%, guys? Please tell me in the chat box. Yes. How much is that? 2,44,000. And the balance, 8,61,600. Guys, my base exemption limit will be used in normal rates only, I know. So you can start doing this. Up to 2.5 lakhs is 0. 2.5 to 5 lakhs is 12,500. And 5 to 861,600. 861,600 minus 5 lakh into 20% is 72,320. Add both these up. 84,820. Guys, the best, if you are stuck somewhere, don't understand something, use your mic, unmute it, tell me about it. This is at 20%, so 2,44,000 into 20% will give you 48,800. Add both these and that will give you your basic tax. $133,620. Guys, any surcharge on 11 lakh income? No, but HEC will always be there. So we will add 4%. And please tell me, is this the final number you're getting? 138,964, which is rounded off to 138,960. Please let me know if this is the number you're also getting. Now, the same rough work we have to do in fair. So if you're done with this, I will take the same rough work and take it up here. Please write first. Tax on long-term capital gain at the rate of 20%. That is 2,44,000 into 20%. That is 48,800. Tax on balance, 8,61,600 at slab rates. I'm just putting the final number only, is 84,820. In the exam, you will have to put slab rates up to 2 lakh, 2.5 to 5 like that. This is giving you your basic tax. Which is 133,620. Add HEC. Which will give you 1,38,964. Tax liability, which is rounded off. 1,38,960. This is what you need to show prominently, because this is what you get marks for. Total income, you'll get some marks. Tax liability, you'll get some marks. I'll wait for everyone to finish till here before we move ahead. All right, now guys, this is done. Beyond the rough work, we'll start our next calculation. Please write second, computation of tax liability as per alternate minimum tax, that is 115 JC. Just cry. It's a good thing we're doing all this, because everything gets revised, guys, while we do this chapter. All right. Now, I want some people to participate and tell me, guys, here 115 JC, if you remember, just cry, which are the only 3 deductions that matter here, SAT deductions. And can you tell me in SAT what is S? Specified business. Was there any specified business here? No. What is A for?
Awesome area.
Awesome area. Was there an awesome area deduction here? Yes.
Yeah.
We'll have to do adjustment. And deduction were only 3. JRQ. Did we have any JRQ deduction? Yes, we had QQP. So guys, very patiently do it with me. Please write total income as computed above. And I think that was 11,05,600. Add 10 AA deduction. You have to add back the SAT deduction, that is 17,50,000, and add 80 QQB deduction, that is 1,90,000. Please add all these 3 numbers. I hope numbers are right. Just check once. So that's how you get 30,45,000. I'm not expecting you to chat box, write in the chat and write in your book. So do one thing, but in case something goes wrong, let me know. This is called adjusted total income. Now, alternate minimum tax at 18.5%, if you recollect, guys. So into 18.5%, it is 5,63,436. On 30 lakh, there will be no surcharge, but there will be HEC at the rate of 4%. You will add, and you will get 5,85,973, which is rounded off. Therefore, tax under 115 JC is equal to 5,85,970. Guys, which one will you have to pay? Alternate minimum tax. But will you get a credit about it? Yes, you will get a credit. So let's write that. I'm saving this sheet also. This is part 2. Question 1, November 20 paper. Let's go on and just end it, because in this paper, guys, this is the ending. So let's end it well. Sorry. Let's start. this is how you will end it. Since alternate minimum tax is higher than regular tax, Mr. Ganesh will pay alternate minimum tax of 5,85,970 and will be eligible for credit of the difference. You can calculate the difference and you can write it here, that is rupees dash. This got you 14 marks in November 20. Now that you scored this, please write it patiently and then we will go to 115 BAC, which is a new thing now. All right. Now, guys, we are looking at 115 BAC, which is not a part of the sum. So if you feel that, oh, the sum is getting too big, that's because that time 115 BAC wasn't there, but we'll still do it. Guys, if you remember 115 BAC, you have to start with the total income. So please write third, total income and tax liability as per 115 BAC. Please write this and write total income as computed above, 11,05,600. Now, guys, we will go backwards and you will tell me what all to add. Guys, do I add 10A deduction? Yes, because if you remember additional scientist specified awesome covaxin, you'll have to add it back. So please write 10AA deduction and you will add 17,50,000. Trust me, guys, it's not as difficult when you're actually applying it. Next, will you add all the 80C, 80D, all those deductions, guys, chapter 6A? Yes, except Jan. Remember Jan? Was there any JJA here? No. Agniveer here? No. NPS here? No. So you will add all deductions under chapter 6A. I'm just going to total them up. I remember 39,000 plus 48,000 plus 1,90,000 was QQB plus 10,000 was TTA plus 28,000 was tuition fees. Please add it back. So you'll add 3,15,000 and when you add you will get back to our original number 31,670,600. Now just think, guys, one by one all the heads of income and you tell me if there is any change. Guys, there was IFOS. Is there any change in IFOS? No. There was capital gain. Is there any change in capital gain? No. There is PGBP. Have we done the change? Additional scientists that specified awesome covaxin? Yes. Was there salaries room? No. Was there house property room? Yes. SOP interest. Is there anything? Nothing. So guys, no change. This is your total income under 1.1 under section 115 BAC. This is as simple as it gets. Now tax liability. Now here also, guys, on 2,44,000, 20% remains. Yes. So please write long-term capital gain 2,44,000 at the rate of 20%, and that is 48,800. That is 48,800. So 31 7,600 minus 2,44,000 will give you balance income of 29,26,600 as under. Please write this first up to 3 lakh, 3 lakh to 6 lakh, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 15, and more than 15 lakh. Guys, please write it the way I'm telling you to write it. First, write all the slabs. Now tell me, guys, up to 3 lakh is 0. 3 to 6 at the rate of 5%, then 10%, then 15%, then 20%. And what about 25, guys? Does not come into picture. If you remember, yes, at 30%. Now that you've done this, now the job is easier. I'll tell you how to make this. This is 0. 3 to 6 is 3 lakh into 5%, that is 15,000. 6 to 9 is 30,000 into 10%, 3 lakh into 10%, that is 30,000. 9 to 12 again is 3 lakh into 15 is 45,000. 12 to 15 again is 3 lakh into, this is 60,000. And now the balance, guys, up till 20 lakh, 29 lakh, 26,600 minus 15 lakh on 14 lakh 26,600 into 30% is 4 lakh 27,980. So this is what you will add up: plus 60, plus 45, plus 30, plus 15, and don't forget 48,800, which will give you 6 lakh 26,780. No HEC, sorry, no surcharge, but you will add 4% HEC, which will give you 6 lakh 51,850. This is your tax liability under section 115 BAC. Obviously, this is too high, so you will not opt for this scheme. You will go for the original one. You will pay the AMT and you will get credit. That is a better one. So please write Mr. Ganesh should opt for regular scheme. I know, guys, in regular scheme there is alternate minimum tax, but even after paying alternate minimum tax, you still are paying less, and for alternate minimum tax you get credit. Guys, I'm keeping it open for the next 2 minutes for any questions while we write the working note as well. Please write working note 1. Since land purchased before 1/4/2001, cost of acquisition is original cost 1.9 lakhs or fair market value, that is 4 lakhs, whichever is higher. That is the first working note. This is on old fashioned. Working note 2. So if amount would be more than 115 BSc, obviously then you would take 115 BSc. But remember, in 115 BSc you don't get credit. So that's a choice that you'll have to make. All right. Guys, working note 2 was about royalty, that as per 180 QQB, please write as per 80 QQB, deduction will be limited to 15% of royalty or amount received in India by 30th September, whichever is lower. Priyanshi had asked this question. I hope you understood this. 15% is the first step 1. which gets us to 2,40,000. Amount received in India is 2,30,000, which is lower, 2,30,000 minus, of course, the deduction that we've already taken of 40,000. So that leaves us with 1,90,000. That is the reduction under 80 QQB. Guys, keeping it open for 2 minutes for any questions that you may have before we move to the next paper.
So can you show AMT का working एक second?
Yes, but let people write this and then I'll move there. All right, guys, moving backwards, this is part 3. 1 minute, let me just store this. I'll just open part 2. This is AMT. Anyone writing part 2 yet? Okay, 1 minute. I forgot we are a land of different writers. So here we go. And then I will go to AMT also. All right, moving to AMT, guys, please take a picture. This is where we will end November 20. All right, and now over to the next paper already, guys, which is Jan 21. Yes, we can take 2 minutes break, guys, in between. So take 2 minutes away and then we will come back. In case you're still here, you can start reading this question. We will come back to this question in the next 2 minutes. All right, back again, guys. This time we are looking at the next paper now. Here is the paper. This is Jan 21. We are progressing now ahead. And ultimately, guys, the intention is to do your May 24 14 mark question well. So on that note, we'll be solving this. Now, first I'm reading. So I need your contribution in the chat box. And while we read, we also start doing the rough work. So this is what we will start now. Everyone, please start writing. This is question number 1. Jan 21 ICAI paper. And please write rough work like you did in the last sum, like you will also do it in the exam. Pattern is the same. All right. As Mr. Krishna, 65 years old, is a furniture manufacturer, reported a profit of some 5.5 crore rupees for the year 1920. Please tell me, guys, both of the previous year and the assessment year in the chat box. Previous year 1920 and assessment year 2021. Perfect. Guys, you can also do it in rough work. And which room is already open because they've already calculated profit, guys. So which room should I open? I'm only open PGBP room. And you can also start doing this in rough work. 5 crore 64 lakh 44,700. People should be doing it. It's okay now. Chat box can relax. Now we need to do this. After debiting or crediting the following items, guys, that means they've already debited this. If it's okay, let it be okay. If it's wrong, correct it. 20,000 paid to Gurudwara register under 80G of the Income Tax Act in cash when no checks are accepted, guys. Have they already minused it? Yes. But is it related to PGBP? No. So what should I do, guys? I will add back 20,000. And donation to Gurudwara is allowed under which section? 80G. So I'm just going to park here 80G. But because it is in cash, I will get no deduction. So I'm just going to write a working note around it later on when we present, but you have to write 80G why you don't get. That's first one done. Second one. 48,000 contributed to a university approved for scientific research. Is this allowed? Yes. And have you minused it? Yes. So nothing to do. Put a dash. Next, interest paid 1,67,000 on loan taken for e-vehicle from a bank. The e-vehicle were purchased for the personal use of wife. Guys, is this business use? No. So I'm going to add it back. 1,67,000. I'm going to add back. But if you remember electric bike, you get a deduction under 80 EEB. I'm going to park it there. 1,50,000. I hope you're writing this. Chat box is okay, guys. Main important thing is rough work. Third one also done. His firm has purchased timber under a, guys, he manufactures furniture and he's purchased some timber. Is this okay? Is it a business expense purchasing timber? Yes. So 20 lakh is okay expense. Yes. Now comes a point, guys. If you remember timber and if you remember a concept called TCS, excellent. Guys, if I'm a seller of alcohol, scrapped my car, 2.2 licenses for how much timber, guys? 2.5. So whenever someone would have sold him for TCS, guys, who's in the middle? Seller. Whenever the seller would have sold Mr. Krishna some timber, he would have collected 2.5% extra and would have paid this extra to the government under whose PAN number? Krishna's PAN number. And in the end, will Krishna get credit of this TCS? Yes. Think about it. Seller in the middle, sold Krishna timber of 20 lakh. 20 lakh into 2.5% is 50,000 TCS has already gone to the government. Guys, this is TCS. I'm just parking at 50,000. You also write it and we can always get a credit in the end. Moving ahead, we are still at PGBP only. Income of 4 lakh from royalty on patent, guys. It has been added to PGBP. Do you want to continue it here only? You can, otherwise you can remove it from here. So I'm removing 4 lakh from here. And I'm taking it to IFOS, another room. So I'm opening IFOS room and I'm putting 4 lakh there. Guys, this is royalty on patent. While we understanding income, can you also tell me, is there a deduction for this? Yes. 80 RRB. I don't know how much will it be, but I'll just write it for now. I don't know how much will it be, but I'm just writing 80 RRB. This also is done. Any question in your mind, guys? Unmute it. Let me know. He received 3 lakh from a debtor, which was written off as bad in a previous year, guys. A few years back, we had written off 3 lakh rupees as bad. Can you write bad debts, guys? How do you know that 20 lakh? Priyanshi, can you write the question to everyone? Guys, if you have a question, mark it to everyone so that it's easier for me to discuss it. Guys, bad debt you have written off as 3 lakh. Amount due from the debtor, which was written off bad was 5 lakh, out of which tax officer only allowed 3 lakh as deduction in computing the total income for the year. Now, guys, patient. Guys, here you wanted a deduction of 5 lakh. But after about 5 lakh rupees, the officer allowed you only a deduction of 3 lakh. Guys, do you remember this discussion? You wanted a deduction of 5 lakh. Officer only allowed 3 lakh. That means how much has already been taxed? 2 lakh. Excellent. So 2 lakh officer has already taxed you. Now any recovery of this bad debt up to 2 lakh will not be taxed. How much are you recovering? 3 lakh. Out of this, 2 lakh has already been taxed. So how much will be taxed now? Only 1 lakh should be taxed. So the right amount is you have to add only 1 lakh. But by mistake, guys, you added 3 lakhs. How do I know? Credits. So the 3 lakh will be minus. So 3 lakh minus 1 lakh add. Please, very, very important. If you didn't understand, let me know which part you didn't understand. Otherwise, we are good to go ahead. All right. Priyanshi, answering your question, his firm has purchased timber under a forest lease of 20 lakh. That means you purchased worth 20 lakhs. So it's not how much you paid. Had they used the word paid, that means it would have been inclusive of TCS. All right. This one also done. He sold some furniture to his brother for 7 lakh. The market value of such furniture was 9 lakh. Pratim, please watch the recording again, discussing the entire bad debt. Guys, we've already discussed this bad debt thing in your handwritten notes, etc. I will not be able to repeat every point again and again, but I'll try one last time. Guys, you had asked for a reduction of 5 lakh. The officer allowed a reduction only of 3 lakhs. So 2 lakh was already taxed. Now, when you get the recovery of 3 lakh, you should have only taxed 1, but you added entire 3 lakh. So I've reversed it. I've reversed the 3 lakh and I've added the 1 lakh. All right. Nice. Point number 3. He sold some furniture to his brother for 7 lakh. The furniture market value was 9 lakh. Guys, remember use USE. No, this is not IB. I'll tell you why this is not IB. Because, guys, this is stock. IB, good point there. Krutik, very nice point there. Guys, remember, inadequate consideration will lead to benefit. Guys, please tell me, do you remember this point? This is great, but it only applies to SAT jaw, MISB SAT jaw. This is not MISB SAT jaw, but good point, Krutik. I'll talk about use. Is this excessive or unreasonable? But is it an expense? No, for you it's an income. Guys, income, the government does not say anything. So there is no adjustment for this entry. It's only given to confuse you. I repeat, in use, if it's unreasonable or excessive expense, there is a problem. Guys, if you had to pay higher, if you had paid higher, that was a problem. Income, a little different is okay. So there is no problem with that, and hence it is a dash. And guys, वो तो बहुत बार होता है when we go and buy some furniture from a relative, don't they give us a good discount? Yes, that's what they've given. But good point, Pratik. Any other question? Let me know as we move ahead to the next points. Till here, guys, everyone okay? Have you written all these points? Yes. All right. Now, guys, in rough work, keep writing ahead. Please read this point and please tell me, is depreciation all okay? Yes, they're saying that the books of accounts depreciation is the same as income tax loss. So perfectly okay, depreciation. But here, guys, please tell me, is there depreciation that needs to be calculated and minus? Yes, so he's forgotten 12 lakh car on that 15% depreciation. Full year, half year, guys. Can you tell me full year or half year? Full year. So 12 lakh into 15%. Can you do the calculation and tell me how much depreciation would it work out to be? 1,80,000. So I'm just minusing 1,80,000 as depreciation, which is great. But guys, is this a fancy car? Guys, there's a very hidden adjustment of TCS. There is a
Yes,
seller
yes.
who has sold you. Don't worry, even if you get TCS wrong, guys, you will just lose 1 mark. Don't worry. Guys, there's a seller who sold a car more than 10 lakh rupees to you. So he's collected how much percent extra from you guys? 1%. And he's paid it to the government under your PAN. So can you take credit of it now? Yes. So on 12 lakh into 1% is 12,000 rupees. So I'm just going to write here TCS. You will get another TCS of 12,000 rupees. You also write it down. I will show you how to present it. Guys, this one, there is a small change. So we'll not be able to do this one. There's a small, because now laws have changed. So this one we'll not be able to do, but we'll straight do the next one. That is fourth point. Please read. We've already discussed this. Mr. Krishna made the
Sir,
following payments during the previous year 1920. I'll take up the question in 2 minutes. Lump sum premium 30,000 paid on 30th March 2020 for medical insurance policy for self and spouse. Guys, which section for medical insurance policy?
ATD.
Yes. The policy is for 5 years. So can I take the entire 30,000? No, you will have to divide it by 5 or 6. Remember this, guys? Yes.
6.
So 6, so I will get 5,000 deduction. Yes. Plus, guys, he paid for preventive health checkup. Guys, is health checkup allowed under ATD? Yes. Remember, you and your parents share a coupon and you paid 8,000 in cash. Cash is allowed, but 8,000 is too much. You'll get only how much, guys? 5,000.
5,000.
Perfect. Guys, let's see the hidden deduction. Any TTA? No. Any TTB? No. Any GG? No. So deductions are done. We have only 2 rooms which are open. One is PGBP, one is IFOS. Now, guys, let's do the calculation. Everyone, please calculate this PGBP and tell me the final number. Also, write the final number. Five crore 58 lakh 51,700. Is that the number you're getting, guys? Yes. All right. IFOS is 4 lakh only. There is no other head of income. If you can add both these and tell me what will be the GTI. 5 crore 62 lakh 51,700. From GTI, you'll minus deductions, very simple, and we'll get the tax total income from which we will do the tax calculation. Guys, we will do this, and then we will also be doing 115 BAC. So let's start writing now in FAIR. I'll show you how to present this in FAIR. Please write computation of total income and tax liability of Mr. Krishna. Remember, he's 65 years for AY dash and PY dash. Particulars, amount and amount. First, PGBP. Profit as computed 5 crore 64 lakh 44,700. Next, add inadmissible expenses. Those that you cannot minus here, that's why they're called inadmissible. First, donation to Gurudwara. Second, interest on loan for personal use. Scientific research is perfectly okay, so there was nothing wrong there. I'm just checking our calculation. Sorry guys, these are all add. So 20,000, oh sorry, this is 20,000 and 1,67,000. 4 lakh, 3 lakh I have to minus, 1 lakh I have to add, 1,80,000 I have to minus. You can write less. Inadmissible incomes. Royalty income. This is IFOS and 4 lakh. B, bad debt recovery, which is incorrect. 3 lakh I will minus. And bad debt recovery, which is correct, is 1 lakh. Less depreciation on car, 12 lakh into 15% is 1,80,000. Don't do the calculation again, you've already done it. You can just write it. 558,51,700. 558,51,700. Second, IFOS, royalty income, 4 lakhs. Therefore, gross total income 562,51,700. Less deductions under Chapter 6A, Section 80D, lump sum medical insurance premium, 30,000 divided by 6 is 5,000. Again, Section 80D, preventive health checkup, up to 5,000. So you'll minus 10,000. 5 crore 62 lakh 41,700. This is your total income. Now, guys, everyone, when you reach here, stop and please answer. Guys, will there be any menu card here? Is there any CC income?
No.
No, there is no CC income. Absolutely right. So, guys, no menu card concept here. Good answer. So we basically have to just continue tax liability. But guys, there will be a surcharge here because the income is more than 2 crore, 5 crore, if you remember. So let's start. Up to 3 lakhs is 0. Why 3 lakh? Because you're a senior citizen. 3 lakh to 5 lakh is 10,000. 5 lakh to 10 lakh is 1 lakh. And 10 lakh to 5 crore. Oh, what about 80 EB? Sorry, my bad. We'll have to take that. Guys, we'll have to recalculate 1 minute. Sorry. Guys, I'm sorry. We'll have to just do one more calculation here. This is section 80 EEB. This is deduction for interest for electric vehicle. 1,50,000. And 80 RRB also 1,50,000. And section 80 RRB, royalty on patent, up to 3 lakhs. So we'll get 3 lakh deduction. So this is what we'll have to minus. So 557,91,700. All right. Now, guys, we'll have to do the tax calculation. So this is your total income. 5,57,000. 5 crore 57,91,700. I'm going to store this and do the tax calculation on another page. Here we go. This is question 1, Jan 21, ICI paper, part 1. Let's go to the next page, which is here. Tax liability. Up to 3 lakhs is 0. 3 lakh to 5 lakh is 10,000. 5 lakh to 10 lakh is 1 lakh. And 10 lakh to 5 crore 57,91,700 into 30% is 1 crore 64 lakh 37,510. So that gives you 1 crore 65 lakh 47,510. This is your basic tax. There will be surcharge at the rate of 37% and there will be HEC at the rate of 4%. Surcharge why 37? Because your income is more than 5 crore rupees in India. So there is a surcharge at that rate. Please do the needful into 37%. 61 lakh 22,578. And on that, guys, 4%, if you add, you'll get total number is 2 crore 35 lakh 76,892, which is rounded off to 2 crore 35 lakh 76,890. Please check. Don't give up, guys. If your dreams are to earn big numbers, at least you should be able to calculate big numbers. Let me know if there's any difference in your calculation. All right. So this is your tax liability as per the normal provisions. Now, guys, let's do tax liability as per 115BAC. So please write second part, tax liability under section 115BAC. Total income as computed 5 crore. It's here on the earlier page, 557,91700. 557, I'm just going to keep some space. 557,91700. Now, guys, please tell me yes or no in the chat box. Can I add all the 10 chapter 6A deductions? ATD, ATRRB.
Yes.
Please write add deductions under chapter 6A. So that was 10,000 plus 1,50,000 for electric bike plus 3 lakh for patent. So 4,60,000 we need to add back. That gives us 5 crore 62 lakh 51,700. Now stop, guys. We are now at GTI level. Now let's go backwards. I'll tell you how to go backwards, guys. Look at the two rooms which are open. Please tell me in the chat box which are the two rooms that are open. IFOS and PGBP. In IFOS, any change? No. And in PGBP, guys, additional scientist specified awesome coaxial. Is there any additional depreciation? No. Is there any additional scientific research? Yes. Outside. As you had donated 20,000 or some amount here. Let's check how much had you donated. Guys, 48,000. Is that allowed here? No. So we'll have to add back. Please write add scientific research donation is disallowed here. So we'll have to add back 48,000. Scientific, additional scientists, no specified business, no awesome area, nothing. So only this, yes, only this. So you will add 48,000 and you will get 5 crore 62 lakh 99,700. Now this is total income. On that tax liability, you know the slabs, guys. Up to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 15, and more than 15. This is 0. This is at the rate of 5, 10, 15, 20, and 30%. My surcharge will still remain at 37%. No. In 115 BAC, surcharge is only maximum capped at 25%. This is one line we'll have to go back to 115 BAC and change it. So there the surcharge rate is only up to 25% maximum. So you'll add the surcharge. And then you will add the HEC and get the final number. I'm rounding it off. And then we will compare, guys, which one is better to pay. I think it will be this one, which will be better to pay, but we'll check. So this is 2 crore 15 lakh 66,880 and this was 2 crore 35. So this one is better. So you can just write, since tax liability under section 115 BAC is lower, Mr. Krishna will opt for 115 BAC. Slightly lower, but still it's lower, guys. So you will opt for 115 BAC. Guys, this is your question number 1 again for 14 marks. Guys, right now it's taking us about 40 minutes to do these kind of sums. Actually, not even 40. We started at 2:31. It's taken us 23 minutes to do this sum, which is great, or 27 minutes, which is great. While we've discussed it, we've done rough work, and then we've done it in fair with all the calculations. Guys, at this stage, please go back to your rates of tax where you wrote 115 BAC and please make a small change there. You in the pros column, I'm just going to add one more point there. First, let me store this. This is part 2. Guys, in your 115 BAC rates of tax, please go to rates of tax chapter. In that, please open 115 BAC and just in the pros one, add another pros. Under section 115 BAC, surcharge will be maximum 25% if total income is greater than 2 crores. And bracket, that is 37% has been removed. Only and only in the new tax regime, in the default tax regime. Yes. Guys, good job there. Another 2 minutes break. Let's come back. Take 5 minutes now, no problem. And let's come back and let's move to the next paper. This is Jan 21. Let's move to the next paper after we come back in 5 minutes. Over to you all. If you have any questions, please let me know. We can always discuss it, unmute it, and let's discuss it. Else 5 minutes for everyone. All right, back and looking at the questions, while taking tax liability, okay. So Olivia, your question for the surcharge, are all the rates the same as the optional scheme? That is, yes, all the rates are the same. Only thing is above 2 crore, it goes to 25%, and there is nothing above 5 crore. That means above 5 crore, again, it is 25% only. While paying tax liability, will we get TCS credit and pay the balance amount? Yes, we will get TCS credit. We can write a note on that. So we will get TCS credit for both. What about 50K? Yes, we can write a note on that. So well pointed out, guys. If you can just open to that paper, the second part. We'll just write a note around that one. This is part 2. I don't have much space, but I will just write a small note here. You can add it at the end, guys. TCS on car, that is 12 lakh into 1% is equal to 12,000. And TCS on timber, that is 20 lakh into 2.5% is equal to 50,000, will be available as credit. So whatever final tax liability is, you can minus this 62,000 rupees. So that will be available as credit. Perfect, guys. Very well pointed out. Some of you guys are thinking in just the right direction. So I'm really happy. Ending this here and moving on to the next paper, which is here. We're looking at July 21 paper. In both the schemes, credit will be the same. Yes, TCS is the same. You can take credit under whichever scheme you want. Guys, this is the next one. Paper. This is question number 1, Mr. Ashish. Now I want you to take slight initiative. I'm going to keep it open on the screen, guys. Try and make some rough calculations, whatever you can read, wherever you can read. And then we will be doing our final calculations. This is what is on the screen. Whatever you can, whichever room you want, you can try and see. This is the same. Calculate this tax liability is total income and tax liability as per regular provisions. And then we'll be doing as per 115 BSE as well. Over to you all. You'll get for the first page about 2-3 minutes, and then for the next page about 2-3 minutes, and then we'll discuss it. And we'll be writing each and every question in fair as well. If you're done with this first page reading, I would want you all to now look at this next page as well. Have a look at it. Whatever you can understand, great. Whatever you can't, we'll be discussing it together as well. All right, guys, it's a good time to now look at this, and we'll be doing this in fair. So please start. Question number one. This is your July 21 paper. This was how you will write it. This is question number one, July 21 ICI paper. Again, guys, similar pattern. So please write rough work first. First, we will do it in rough, and then whatever the numbers are, we will do it in fair as well. So here we go. Mr. Ashish is a resident who is 43 years old, provides professional services in the field of interior decoration. So I know his PGBP room will be open. His income and expenditure account for the year is as under. As they've already given you the calculation, excess of income over expense, that means profit is 39,43,000. So I'm here, I am opening up the room PGBP. Here we go. So PGBP, and you start with 39,43,000. I hope you are also doing the same. Yes. Now, guys, I'm going to read up, and whichever does not feel like in this room, we'll remove it and we'll put it in some other rooms. I'm just going to reduce this box and I'm going to reduce my video. All right, perfect. Let's start. You can tell me in the chat box as well. Consultancy charges look okay. Interest on PPF, guys. PPF, as you know, the interest is completely exempt. So this is 60,000. Have they added it? Yes. What do you need to do is minus it. 60,000 rupees minus. This is exempt income. Interest on saving bank account, does it go in PGBP? No, so I'll remove it from here, PGBP. I will take it to which room, guys? IFOS. And guys, anyone else, any other deduction do you get in this? Yes, ATTTA. I'm just parking it so that we don't forget it, like I forgot it last time. So TTA is 10,000. Next, moving ahead to the next one. Interest on National Savings Certificate. Guys, you know National Savings Certificate, and I told you that every year they don't pay you interest, they take that interest and they plow it back. So is it first under PGBP? No, definitely not. So I'm removing it from PGBP. Is it taxable interest? Yes, you will need to tax it, but you will be taxing it in the last year. So now there is no more taxation of that. 80C, you'll get a deduction of 21,000, but sir, they've not contributed. Yes, they do contribute. Whatever is the interest, they reinvested, and hence you get a deduction under 80C. A girl's life now needs 5 senior assets. I hope you remember. Any doubts around this, please do let me know. All right. So this side is done. Employees remuneration and benefits, is this okay? Yes. Office admin, general, electricity, medical, purchase of furniture, guys. Is this okay in my PGBP profit and loss? No. This is the capital expense. So what do you need to do is you minus it. So you will add back 48,000. And once you add 48,000, you will be able to minus depreciation. So I'm just writing minus depreciation. I don't know when it is purchased and all. Interest on PPF will also be reinvested. No, interest on PPF, you do not get any subsequent deduction on that. The only exemption is the interest. That reinvestment is only and only for NSE. Ganit and everyone else who's asking me a question, please mark it to everyone. All right. Next, guys, depreciation, everything is okay. So this depreciation on furniture, I don't know yet how much to calculate. So I'm just writing minus that. All right. Let's continue, guys. The following other information relates to financial year 2021. So what is this other information? Let's check. Guys, first, family planning expenditure 20,000 incurred for the employees, which was revenue in nature. The same was paid through account paycheck. Guys, can I minus family planning expenditure? Yes. But if you remember, guys, it is only available to Indian companies. Here it is not company, here is Ashish. So can I take the deduction? No, I can't. Next, payment of salary 25,000 per month to sister-in-law Mr. Ashish, who was in charge of accounts and receivables. In comparison to similar work profile, the reasonable salary is 20,000. Guys, USEUs. Please tell me, is it unreasonable or excessive? Yes. Is it to a specified person? We'll have to check. And is it an expense? Yes. So now the only deal is sister-in-law in the specified persons? Guys, remember specified persons. It is anyone whom you need to hold substantial interest plus clock. Is sister-in-law in the clock? No, guys, sister-in-law is not in the clock. Clock is only siblings, parents, grandparents. On this side is spouse and children. So here it is not. So although you paid excessive, there is no adjustment for this as well. Questions, if any? Guys, what if this was sister? Then, guys, it is excessive and the extra that you paid will be not allowed as a deduction. I hope this is understood. So both of them, guys, will be a dash. We will have to have nothing. We have to add nothing. You have to minus nothing, guys. This is just extra information that you have. This has already been minus salary in salaries. Who is sister-in-law? Guys, Pratham, please Google things. All right. Guys, amount received by Mr. Ashish as employee's contribution to EPF. Guys, please tell me, Mr. Ashish, is he contributing his money to employees' provident fund or is it the slave's money? Guys, is it the slave's money or is it his money? Guys, this is slave's money. There is an EPF, Employees Provident Fund account. He can also put money, but this is not his money. This is employee's money. For the month of Feb, 10,000 was deposited after the due date. Guys, employee's money has to be kept even more carefully. Remember, monthly due date. Yes. So what will you do? You will add 10,000. 10,000 is added to the income. But will you get any deduction, guys? No deduction because you have not paid by monthly due date. I hope this is clear, guys. Very, very important adjustments are happening. Let me know if this is clear. Yes. Next, medical expenses of 80,000 as appearing in the income and expenditure were expense for the treatment of his father. Is this medical expense 80,000, is it connected to his business?
No.
So we'll have to add 80,000. And now let's see what happened to this 80,000. It was for the treatment of his father, Mr. Ashish. His father is 72 years old and was not covered by any health insurance. Guys, will you get deduction under 80D?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm just writing 80D also here. So all the deductions are at one place. 80D, but I will get maximum 50,000. Guys, you also please write all this rough work. Next, general expenses as appearing in the income and expenditure account includes, that means have you already minused it, guys? Please tell me yes or no. Have you already minused it?
Yes.
25,000 paid to Anjali on 5th January as commission. The payment was made to her without TDS, guys. If you pay someone without deducting TDS, remember, poor wins cash income.
30%.
And if someone is in India, the government is upset. I'll repeat this, guys, for everyone's benefit. Whenever you pay in India some commission, you need to deduct TDS. And if you don't deduct TDS, the government is 30% angry. Do you remember this? So you have minus 25. Is that incorrect? Yes. So I'm adding back 25. Yes, I'm adding back 25. But after adding back 25, how much can I minus? I can minus 70%. So 17,500 I am minus. Can you net it and do the net impact? Yes, but I'd like to show the remaining balance as gross. I repeat, guys, you had minus 25,000 as an expense, which was wrong. So I've added it. First, I correct what they did wrong. And how much can I minus? I can only minus 70%. So 17,000. Any doubts, any clarification, guys? Please do let me know. Written down value of depreciable assets as on 1st April, guys. They have asked us to calculate depreciation on professional books at what rate? And on computers at what rate, guys? Please calculate. How much is this total? 50,000. So I'm minusing depreciation 50,000. All right. Next, the new furniture is appearing in the income and expenditure account. Guys, new furniture was for how much? Was for 48,000. When you purchase this new furniture on 31st August, that means full year, and was put to use on the same day. So it is full year. Yes, it is full year. The payment was made as under, guys, is 48,000. How did we pay? 18,000 in cash, guys. Is that allowed? Sorry, no. 18,000, you will not get depreciation. 19,000 paid by account paycheck. Is that okay, guys? 19,000. Yes, on 19,000, you will get depreciation. And 11,000 paid in cash to transporter. Guys, generally, transporter has 35,000 limit, but that's only when you're incurring an expense. In the balance sheet, you still have only 10,000 limit. So here also, you will not get deduction. I repeat. Guys, are you purchasing an asset or is it an expense? You're purchasing an asset. I want more answers, guys, in the chat box. Are you purchasing an asset or is this an expense? Only 2 people have replied, guys. I want at least 15 replies before I will move ahead. Daniel, Ishika, I'm reading the names now. Rishant, Shinali,
Purchase.
yes, purchase an asset. Now, when you're purchasing an asset, there is only one limit, that is 10,000. Even if it's to a transporter, only 10,000. So this will not be allowed. This will not be allowed. So only on 19,000, 10% depreciation you will get. So 1900 is the depreciation on furniture. So you can go to this depreciation and just write 1,900. Questions, if any, are welcome right now. All right. Mr. Ashish purchased a car on 2nd April 2019 for 3,35,000 for personal use. So he bought a car last year for personal use. However, this year he brought the said car for use in his profession. The fair market value of the car today was 3,50,000. His personal asset brought into business. Do you remember this in PGBP? If you buy any personal asset and bring it to business use, can you take the original cost? Yes, you can take the original cost. So what will it be, guys? 3,35,000. Guys, so this is 3,35,000, on which obviously you have not taken depreciation. So we'll have to take depreciation because this is additional information. This is for the full year into what percent, guys? 15%. That is 50,000 to 50. Guys, if you've not understood, maybe you've not gone through your handwritten notes, etc. So I'll just try and explain it one last time, guys. Please tell me, the day you become a CA, will you throw away your laptop, all your assets? No. Maybe you'll invest it in your business. And when you do, the government says you can take the cost as the original cost. Ashish made a contribution of 1 lakh in his PPF, guys. Which section is this? 80C. Can I take 1 lakh? Yes. So please go to your deductions and please write 80C and write 1 lakh. So I've got 4 deductions already, which are ready. The gross professional receipts of Ashish was 52 lakhs. That means they're saying he's not a small individual. Okay, anyways, this is the extra information of last year. Compute the total income and tax liability of Mr. Ashish. So now, guys, we have come to the stage that we can start calculating. Everyone, from PGBP 39 lakh 43,000 minus add whatever the numbers are and give me the final number, please. Guys, I'm getting a number of 38 lakh 85 315. I'm not getting, as in Pratim is getting. Please tell me if this is okay. Yes, all right. This is one room. Which other room is open? IFOS only 20,000. So that is one more room open. If we can add both these numbers and tell me the final gross total income. ₹39,05,350. From that, you will minus deductions and get gross total income. And guys, please tell me, is there any CC income here, guys? Everyone, please tell me, is there any CC income? No, so you'll just do normal calculation and then we'll do 115 BSC as well. Let's start, guys, everyone. Let's start writing. This is July 21. This is what we need to be starting to write. Good going. Let's write it in fair. This is computation of total income and tax liability of Mr. Ashish. For AY dash and PY dash. Particulars, amount and amount. First, PGBP. Profit as computed. Just checking, is it 3943? Yes. Less inadmissible incomes. That means incomes which should not be here. First, interest on PPF is exempt. Interest on savings account, this will go in IFOS. Third, interest on national savings certificates taxed in year of receipt 21,000. Next, less. Anything else to be minus? These three be minus. 1900 is depreciation. There are three depreciations, so we can do that here only, right? Depreciation on furniture, excluding cash. 19,000 into 10%, that is 1,900. Less depreciation on books and plant and machine, sorry, books and computer, 50,000. Less depreciation on personal asset introduced into business, 3,50,000 into 15%, 52,500. I minused all the three depreciations. Add inadmissible expense. Amount paid without TDS. So you will add back 25,000 less 30% disallowed. So deduction only 17,500. Can you show the net amount? Yes, you can show the net amount also, but I like to show it separate. 25 and 17,500. Next, guys, purchase of asset is a capital expense. Purchase of furniture is 48,000. It's a capital expense, so you cannot minus it here. So I'm adding it back. Depreciation of 90,000. So do you have to do anything about that? No, that is perfectly okay. This is additional information. That depreciation is okay. Oh, sorry, my bad. Guys, there is depreciation already here, which is 90,000. So we'll have to add it back because we've calculated the depreciation. So just add back the depreciation. Also, the numbers will change. It's okay. Depreciation as per books. I'll explain it, guys. 90,000. The personal asset is 3,35,000. Sorry, 3,35,000 into 15% is 50 to 50. 3,35,000. 50,000 to 50. Guys, I'm just explaining why did I add this depreciation? Because we've already calculated the normal depreciation and hence the one in the books of accounts is wrong and hence I've added that back. That is 90,000. Let's just check if all the numbers have been covered. This is 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 covered. What is this? 10,000. This 10,000 is that slave's contribution to EPF. So we'll have to add that also. Please write. Employees' contribution to EPF 10,000 less no deduction since deposited after due date. So you will not get any deduction from this. Otherwise, you would have got the entire 10,000 as a deduction. All right, let's check. Anything else left? 10,000 done, 80 done, 25. What is this 25? We've already done. So everything done. Only thing is this number will change a little bit because of that 90,000 now. So we'll have to recalculate the number. Guys, please do the recalculation and please tell me the final number here of PGBP rule. Drashti, good, well pointed out on depreciation front. $38,95,000. Okay, someone is saying 75, someone is saying 95. Can you just confirm? I think this is 75, 38, 75, 350 plus 20,000. Therefore, gross total income. Is that right, guys? Please let me know. Is this the GTI you are also getting? Yes, perfect. Thank you. Now, guys, let's minus the deductions. So please write less deductions under chapter 6A first. There are lots of deductions. Let's go step by step. Section 80C, PPF contribution, 1 lakh. Again, 80C, NPS reinvestment, 21,000. Then is section 80 TTA, interest deduction, 10,000. Anything else? Let's go 80 TTA, 80C, 80D. We have 50,000 for medical expense. I hope we've added that. Yes, we've added that 80,000. Perfect. Just 1 second. There's been a mistake. Actually, we put it here, but we didn't take it up from here. This 80,000 medical expense had to be added back. So inadmissible expense, somewhere guys, you'll have to write medical expense and have to add 80,000 back. Now guys, I will have to do this calculation. 1 second. So we'll start with 39,43,000 minus 60 minus 20 minus 21 minus 1900 minus 50,000 minus 50 to 50 plus 80 plus 25 minus 17,500 plus 48 plus 90 plus 10. All right, so you all are already taken, no, this is 3975. Guys, can you all just once do this calculation and tell me this is coming to 3975,350.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
right.
sir. बराबर है बराबर.
So सिर्फ एक नंबर चेंज करना है गाइस, यहाँ पे 3975,350 एंड यहाँ पे 3995,350. And section 80D, medical expense for senior citizen, this is 50,000 max. I don't have place here, but just write senior citizen without insurance, maximum 50K. Guys, I'll read it. Section 80D, medical insurance for senior citizen without insurance, maximum 50K. And you'll minus all these. 21,000 minus 10,000 minus 50,000 is 38,14,350. All right, guys, this is the total income. Let me just check so that we don't miss out on anything. Everything done, everything done. TTA, ATC, ATD, ATC. Perfect. Guys, I'm saving this so that we can take it up from tax liability calculation. This is question number 1, July 21, part 1. 38,40,350. Guys, now we are looking at tax calculation. So tax liability, no CC income up to 2.5 lakh, 2.5 to 5 lakh at the rate of 5%, 5 lakh to 10 lakh at the rate of 20%, and 10 lakh to 38,14,350 at 30%. Let's do this calculation, guys. This is 0, 12,500, 1 lakh, we will add all these three numbers. 9,56,805. This is your basic tax. There is no surcharge on 30 lakhs, but there is HEC of 4%. So you will add that and you will get 9,95,077, which is rounded off to 9,95,080. Just check, guys, if you're getting this answer. Tell me a yes if you got this answer.
Yes, so
Perfect. Guys, you can't compare some of these things from the book because some provisions have changed. Now, guys, something that I want you all to try. Please write total income and tax liability under section 115 BAC. Guys, I want you all to try this. Take the total income, take the calculation, get me total income one number and tax liability one number. Over to you all. Maximum, guys, 4 minutes to do this or 5 minutes to do this, please. I want two things, total income and tax liability under 115 BAC. All right, already getting answers. So this is what we need to do. 38, 14, 350 is where we need to start. Getting different answers though. Add deductions under chapter 6A. 1 lakh plus 21,000 plus 50,000 plus 10,000. So that gives you 39,95, 350. 1 second. Yes. All right. Now, guys, just doing this together, IFOS and PGBP are the only two rooms. PGBP is IFOS, there's no change. PGBP. Is there any additional depreciation? No. Scientific research? No. Specified business? No. Awesome area? No. Covaxin? No. There is no clubbing, nothing. So this is your income, total income under section 115 BAC. Any other views, guys? Please let me know. Any other calculations you've done? Pratim, you got a different answer. I hope this is clear.
yes, I got it. I found my mistake.
And guys, now tax liability. Again, guys, please try. If I can do this, definitely you can do this, guys. My exam is cleared, yours isn't. So you need to practice as much as you can. On this, there is no surcharge, but there is HEC of 4%. If you see, guys, as a trend, now calculations have become easier.
Sir,
Yes.
NPS deduction by master, so it won't be added back, no?
No, there is no change there. Because deduction is, that's not for NPS, this is EPF. Is that clear?
Yeah, okay.
Guys, this is your final number. Please let me know any doubts. Guys, one more sum done with 115 BSE. Good job there. Now it is getting predictable. This calculation till here got predictable. 115 BSE calculation got predictable. I hope things are getting better and smoother now. We will now take a break, guys. Do we want like a 15-minute break? All right, so let's take a short break again, guys. 2-3 minutes, we come back. The reason I'm keeping the break is so that mind is refreshed. These are all difficult sums, so I'm just saving this sheet. 2-3 minutes, and we get back. After the next sum, we can take a longer break. I've not had my lunch. I've got back-to-back lectures. So after the next sum, we'll take a 15-minute break. Just keeping the next paper on the screen. In case you have the time, you can read it. I will come back into 3 minutes and we will start reading that. All right, guys, good going. And we are now at question number 1. This is December 21 paper. Let's see how well we can do this. Again, guys, very predictable. There is an individual, Mr. Shivansh. He's a resident and ordinary resident. That means all his incomes are taxed in India. He's 61 years old. He's engaged in the business of manufacturing motor parts. Manufacturers get additional depreciation. Then why did we not take it in furniture manufacturers? Because that was car. He's subject to tax audit under 44AB. That means he's a big fish. He has provided the following information. Guys, don't get scared about this big fish, small fish, etc. Focus on the concepts, focus on opening the rooms. Yes, so let's start, guys. You will have to start in a very predictable manner. Please write question number 1. This is December 21 ICI paper. Please start rough work. And let's open the rooms as and when you see it. This is his profit and loss account, and they've given profit of 1575,400. So let's start with that. Everyone, this is the year 2021, previous year, and we will start with PGBP. 15,74,500 is what we started with. As and when I read it, you tell me, and you will also make sure that you mark it in your rough work as well. Gross profit, all okay. Profit on sale of asset of scientific research. Guys, remember scientific research asset, that microscope? You get 100% deduction. But when you sell it, will it be reversed? Yes. Up to cost in PGBP and above cost in capital gain. But I have no idea what is the cost here, etc. So I'll just park this for additional points. By winning from lottery. Guys, winning from lottery, is it in PGBP? Should it go in PGBP? No. How much have you added in PGBP? 31,500. So I'll minus 31,500 here. But where should this go, winning from lottery? This should go in IFOS. So I'm opening up IFOS room and I'm putting it up there. But should I put the net amount or should I put the gross amount, guys? Do you remember that in TDS? Always take the gross one. So 31,500 is 70. What is 100? 45,000 in IFOS. Guys, a question comes in my mind, then why did I only add or minus 31,500 from PGBP? Because guys, you only minus what you added. You added 35,500. So I minus 35,500. And in IFOS, you do the right thing, that is add 45,000. I hope it is clear. Now guys, reading the expenses. This looks okay, salary is okay, interest on loan, depreciation, professional fees, everything looks okay. So let's go to the additional points. Let's read the first one. You guys tell me, guys, opening and closing stock, which one will you focus on? Closing stock. Closing stock and profit goes hand in hand. The closing stock was undervalued by 10%. Opening stock and closing stock of 5,58,000 was shown. So is this undervalued amount? Yes. So do you have to increase it? Yes. So we'll have to increase the profit also. So if 5,58,000 is 90, what is 100? Guys, I'll repeat. If 5,58,000 is the undervalued amount, so this is 90, what is 100? If you do this calculation, you'll get 6,20,000. And what is the difference? Difference is 62,000, which you have to add. Same thing, but now the opposite is for opening stock. So opening stock was 4,50,000. If this is 90, what is 100? That is 5 lakh. And what is the difference? 50,000 I will minus. Check. Any questions, guys? Unmute, ask. We move ahead. Contributed 20% of basic salary in national pension scheme. Guys, this one is slightly complicated, so we'll come back to it. Before we start doing the fair calculation, we'll come back to it. But here, some of the employees opted for retirement under VRS. Guys, can a company pay its employees for VRS? Yes. Will they get a deduction? Yes. Remember 80 DDA, Delhi Development Authority. But not in one go, you will get it in 5 installments. Remember the pastry? So you paid 2,40,000 to them on 1st January 2021, and you minused it in salaries. How do I know? Salaries and wages include 2,40,000 as a minus. So whatever has been minus, you add it back. So I'm going to add 2,40,000. And I can only minus 1 year. 2,40,000 divided by 5, that is 48,000 I will minus. So can I do the net amount? Yes, but I like to show it separately. Questions, if any, unmute, ask. I'm just repeating. This is a VRS expense. They minus the full thing. So I added the full thing and I only minus 1/5. Next. Interest on loan includes interest paid 15% on an electric car for personal use, guys. Very similar to what we've just done. Personal use, is it allowed under PGBP? No. So let's calculate, guys. Loan is of 12 lakh on 1st May. So 12 lakh into what percent, guys? 15%. Divided by 12 into 11, that is 1,65,000. It includes that it has been minused. So I'm going to add it back. So 1,65,000 I'm going to add back. And I will take a deduction under 80 EEB. I will take 1,50,000. I hope this is clear. Questions, if any. This is a repeat thing. This is something that we saw 2 papers back. Depreciation allowable as per income tax rules is 4,50,000. Guys, how much is the depreciation here? 6,17,000. It's wrong. So you'll have to add back 6,17,000 and minus 4,50,000. Again, can you do the net? Yes, but I'd like to do it separate. But this 4,50,000 does not include the following depreciation. Motor car purchase for 3 lakh for supply of finished goods during the year. So guys, this they forgot. Is it full year, half year? It is full year, so into 15%. So 45,000, you have to minus more depreciation, 45,000. Any doubts that come in your mind, guys? I'm happy to take any doubts. Next, an asset was purchased for 6 lakh on 17 November 19. That means in the last year for conducting scientific research. This is an asset, guys. Microscope for 6 lakh. Guys, will you get the entire deduction of 6 lakh? Please tell me in the chat box. Yes. And now, guys, are you selling this asset? Yes. For how much? 8 lakh. So out of this 8 lakh, 6 lakh should go where? In PGBP. And 2 lakh should go where, guys? In capital. PGBP, they've already given the profit, so it's already included. I'm assuming it's already included. But capital gain 2 lakh has also been put here, guys, which is wrong. So have they added this? Yes. So what do I need to do from PGBP? Minus it and put it under capital gain. And because it was last year only, short-term capital gain 2 lakh. I'm ready to repeat it one last time. Short-term capital gain 2 lakh. Guys, repeating it. You bought an asset for 6 lakh rupees. Please tell me how much deduction did you get last year?
Full.
Full, 100%. I want more answers in the chat box, guys. Please tell me how much deduction did you get last year? 100%. You should use it for what purpose? Scientific research, but no, you sold it for 8 lakhs. So then in that case, they will reverse 6 lakh under which head? PGBP. But then, sir, you did not give any impact of the 6 lakh. I'm assuming this is already there in your gross profit. That's why I did not give any impact. And 2 lakh should go where? Capital gain. Now that has come here, 2 lakh. So I've removed it from PGBP and I put it in capital gain. And how do I know it's short-term capital gain? I know it's because it's bought last year. And guys, on short-term, there is no special rate. So thankfully, there will be no menu card in this case. Yeah, but there will be because of lottery. All right. Anyway, so 3 rooms open. Let's see anything else. Yes. Guys, this is another part. This is from capital gain. I want you to read this so that we can discuss it. Take 2 minutes to read this and do the calculations at your end. If you don't do ATPSC, guys, you will not get it right. So try and do ATPSC. All right. Guys, here we will do ATPSC and we'll see how it works. First, is it an asset that he's selling? Yes, he's selling an industrial land. Is he selling it? No, it has been compulsorily acquired, but that is also transferred. Period of holding. Guys, he bought this for the last 10 years, so it is long term, so I can index my cost. Yes. What is the selling price? 12 lakh. Yes, so that is 12 lakh. I'm writing sale consideration is 12 lakh. And what is the cost? It was purchased in 2005 for 2 lakh. Now, guys, if the original cost is 2 lakh, can I index it? Yes, 2 lakh divided by 117 into 301. Can someone do the calculation, guys? 2 lakh divided by 117 into 301. 6 lakh
51.
85. No. 2 lakh
51,
divided by
45.
117 into 301 is 5 lakh 14,530. Perfect. This is my cost. This is my sale consideration. And that's how I'll get my gain. My gain is 6 lakh 85,470. Absolutely right. People who calculated. I hope this is what you got. This is long-term capital gain. But if you remember, guys, section 54D, can I buy another industrial land and building within 3 years and save some tax? Yes. So he purchased another plot in the same year, 2021, sorry, next year. But that's okay. You have 3 years for 6 lakh. So can I minus that 6 lakh as an exemption? Yes. So I will be only taxed on how much? 85,470. So this is your capital gain room. Guys, in your rough work, please open up another room, call it capital gain, and write 85,470. And this is taxable at 20%.
So इसमें से 54 माइनस नहीं होगा.
Just one second. Government also paid 54,000 as interest. Guys, interest will not go in capital gain. It will go to IFOS. If you remember, this 54,000 will go to IFOS, interest on compulsory acquisition, and the government will give you a discount of how much, guys? Do you remember that? The government will give you a deduction of 50%. Absolutely right, Daniel. Anyone else? Kritik, good. So I'm going to IFOS back. And in IFOS, please add 54 and take a 50% deduction. So 54,000 minus 50% is 27,000. Just one second, guys. I'll certainly write it better. 54,000 minus 27 will give you 27, and 27 plus 45 will give you 72,000. So IFOS total is 72,000. Please do this calculation and put it in a box. And capital gain, this is long term, and there's another short term capital gain of 2 lakh. That also I'm writing under capital gain only. This is short term capital gain. This is long term capital gain. Although the purchases in AY, we can take deduction in PY. Although the purchases in EY. No, it's not like that, Dhanit. It's like you've invested it this year only. Yes. So you can always take a deduction. Here we go. Let me just check what you're asking. So Dhanit, this entire calculation will be in the year in which you receive the money. So this year is 2021. Yes. And before the return filing due date, have you purchased another asset? So yes, you can take a deduction. All right. Good question there. Guys, this is what the rooms look like. Can we now do the calculation, guys? Everyone over to PGBP. If you can do this calculation in PGBP. No, we have to do one more calculation. This salaries thing is left. All right. And then we'll do the final calculation. I still hear everyone okay? Any question? I'm just removing all this extra details here. Okay. Now, guys,
Compulsory acquisition.
yeah, tell me.
Compulsory acquisition was in the last year, no? So तभी calculate नहीं किया रहेगा.
Because if you remember, compulsory acquisition is in the year of receipt. जब
Yeah,
पैसे
so it's
मिलते हैं तब
2020, no?
2021.
That is for
2020
the purchase of the new house, no?
अपन कौन से ईयर में है? We are in the previous year 2021. And you received the money on the 27th of Feb 2021. Yes. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, just one request. अभी ईयर छोड़ दो, मैं वापस ईयर आपको बता दूंगा, बट लॉजिक समझ जाना. कैपिटल गेन है, उसमें उसने आगे इन्वेस्ट किया तो उसको डिडक्शन मिल गया, यस मिल गया, तो जो बैलेंस है वो टैक्सेबल होगा. Yes, there are two ways of doing this. I'm showing you one way. Okay, guys, let me just recap the years also with you since people are confused with the years. Guys, the year is 27th February 2021, which is previous year 2021. ये हमारे एग्जाम का ईयर भी है in this question. So in this question, you had a gain of 6,85,470. And then guys, just in 2-3 months in April, मतलब next month में आपने 6 लाख का एक कुछ खरीद लिया है. So before return filing due date, did you know you bought another asset of 6 lakh? Yes. So you can take a deduction of 6 lakh and be 85,470 will become taxable. All right. Now guys, we are moving to this part. Salaries and wages include the following items. Yes, everyone भूल जाओ उस बाकी सबका चीज. And अभी इसको देखो. Contributed मतलब आपने 20% of basic salary national pension scheme में referred to in section 80 CCD regarding salary paid to an employee, Mr. Ganesh, who has withdrawn basic salary of 3 lakh and dearness allowance is 40% of basic salary. 50% of dearness allowance forms part of salary. ये बहुत complicated sound करता है. Let me simplify it. Guys, are you the master? I want answers in the chat box, guys. Are you a master? Yes. Can you contribute to national pension scheme of a slave? Yes. And is that going to keep the slave happy? Will you get deduction of that contribution? Yes. But उसका एक limit है. You will get deduction only up to 10% of salary. तो पहले हम देखते हैं कितना contribute किया. Contributed 20% of basic salary. Okay. तो basic salary कितनी है? 3 lakh. 3 lakh का 20%. So basically you have contributed 60,000 and you want a reduction of 60,000. Guys, इतना समझे हो? Yes या no? Yes. Okay. Now this is okay, but there's a limit of 10% of salary. What is salary? B, D, C. B is 3 lakhs. Dearness allowance कितने हैं guys? 40% of ये 3 lakhs. So 40% of 3 lakh is 1,20,000. और उसमें से भी सिर्फ 50% forms part of retirement benefits. So इसका 50% is 60,000. So D is 60,000. Guys, please tell me if you're getting BDC. B is basic, which was simple. Dearness allowance, total dearness allowance is 1,20,000, but उसका only 50% forms part of salary, that is retirement benefits. So and C तो कुछ है ही नहीं, तो 3,60,000. इसका 10% मतलब आपको कितना डिडक्शन मिलेगा गाइस? ओनली 36,000. Now, how much have you already taken a deduction of? 20% मतलब 60,000. तो आपको चेंज करना पड़ेगा वो. So what you need to do is add 60,000 and minus 36,000. Let me know if this is clear. नहीं है तो no problem guys, you can always look at it later on. But right now this is the calculation that we have done. Any abrupt or any questions right now on this point, let me know. Let's calculate guys. First, IFOS calculate हो चुका है. Capital gain also we've got 2 boxes. So please calculate PGBP and tell me the number guys after calculating this. $18,58,000 is the number. Okay. 18,58,000. तो चारों boxes हो गए. ये है PGBP, capital gain, IFOS. So 3 rooms are packed up. So let's start. Everyone, let's start computation of total income and tax liability of Mr. Shivansh for AY dash and PY dash. Particulars, amount and amount. First room we are opening up is PGBP as computed. $15,74,500. Less inadmissible incomes. First, sale of scientific research asset above cost. So 2 lakh यहाँ से निकाल दिया. And second was casual income 31,500. So ये दोनों यहाँ से निकल गए. So 31,500, 62,000 ये क्या था? PGBP 31,500 was okay. 62,050 was opening and closing stock. So you can write less. Add closing stock undervalued less opening stock undervalued. एक ऐड करना था, एक लेस करना था. $2,40,000 and 48,000. ये क्या था एक बार देख लेते हैं. 2,40,000 and 40 is VRS. Add VRS expense wrongly debited 2,40,000 less 1/5 of VRS allowed 45 DDA Delhi Development Authority, that is 48,000. This is 1/5 Going back, 1,65,000, 6,17,000. 1,65,000 तो वो इंटरेस्ट ऑन इलेक्ट्रिक बाइक था. Add interest on loan for personal purpose. 1,65,000. ये कैसे आया था? 12 लाख की बाइक का लोन था. 15% into 11/12. नेक्स्ट 6,17,000 क्या था वो देख लेते हैं. हाँ, डेप्रिसिएशन था on 4,50,000. Add depreciation as per books. 6,17,000. Less depreciation as per income tax. 4,50,000 less depreciation on car. थ्री लाख के ऊपर 15%. That is 45,000. It's not a fancy car, so इसलिए कोई इस पे TCS एंगल नहीं है. 2,60,000, 36,000. ये क्या है एक बार देख लेते हैं गाइस. 2 लाख. यस, ये 2 लाख वाज अ कैपिटल गेन वाला थिंग, वो हमने ऑलरेडी कर लिया है. नाउ इज द NPS. Add NPS contribution wrongly availed. So 60,000 I'm going to add back. Less NPS deduction to 10% of salary, and salary is 3 lakh plus 60,000. That is 36,000. I think इतना ही था. Yes. And all this totaled up to 18,58,000. Second room was IFOS. Casual income. Gross 31,500 divided by 70 into 100 is 45,000. Interest on compulsory acquisition 54,000 less 50% standard deduction 27,000. So 27 plus 45 is 72,000. And last third, capital gain, compulsory acquisition of industrial land, working note 1, 85, 470, and short-term capital gain on sale of scientific research asset 2 lakh. 2,85,470. But remember, this 85,470 will be taxed at 20%. Therefore, gross total income, and guys, in तीनों numbers को you will add and you will tell me the gross total income. Guys, again, comparing this with the suggested answer is not possible because these are older papers and some things have changed, like that capital gain within 3 years you can invest, etc. Some things have changed, so refer to these calculations. 22, 15, 470. This is question number 1. Just storing it, one minute, guys. December 21, and this is part 1. I'm just keeping it for everyone's sake. Now, moving to the next one, which is after GTI. So this is less deductions under chapter 6A. Let's see what were the deductions. We've written it here. 80 EEB was the only one which I could see. Anything else? Just one second. TTA, TTB, nothing actually. So please write section 80 EEB up to 1,50,000. So you can take a deduction of 1,50,000. So you get total income, which is 20,65,470. Guys, leave 4-5 lines and again write rough work because we need to make the menu card. Total income 20,65,470. This is normal rate 20%, 15%, 10%, and 30%. This time we have 30%, that is 45,000. 10% we don't have anything. 15% we don't have anything. 20% we have 85,470. Just let me check. 85,470, yes. And the balance is here, that is 19,35,000. This is something you don't need to show in the exam, you just need to calculate it for yourself. Guys, this guy is below 60 years, I believe. Let's check what's his age. 61. So 3 lakh is his basic exemption limit. So up to 3 lakh is 0. 3 to 5 lakh is 10,000. 5 to 10 lakh is 1 lakh. And on 9 lakh 35, 30% is 2,80,500. Please total it up. 3,90,500. This is one. This into 20%, no basic exemption limit left. 85,470 into 20% is 17094. And this into 30% is 13,500. You will add all these. 17094 plus 390,500 will give you basic tax of 4,21,094. Let me know, guys, if you're getting this number. Yes, there is no surcharge, only an HEC of 4%. You will add that and you will get 4,37,937, which is rounded off to 4,37,940. Just 1 second. All right, so this is what we need to now convert. So please go to your table, guys. This is what we need to calculate. Please write tax liability. And in tax liability, please write long-term capital gain at 20%. That is 85,470 into 20% is 17,094. Casual income at 30%, that is 45,000 into 30%, 13,500. Balance income at slab rates. I'm not writing it again, guys. You can take it up from bottom. This is what the 3,90,500. This is your basic tax. 421,094. HEC 4%. And this is how you get your tax liability.
So here we don't have to minus the TDS you have already paid.
Which
मतलब
is the
credit
TDS.
यहाँ पे दिखा
वो लास्ट में लिख देंगे. We can minus it. पर मेरे को यहाँ space नहीं तो I'll just write it as a note. But otherwise you can minus it. So this is, I'll tell you how to do it also. 437,940. Guys, यहाँ पर मैं एक स्टार मार्क कर रहा हूँ. I don't have space. Otherwise, definitely you can minus it. And I'm just writing here TDS under section 194B on casual income, that is rupees 13,500, can be taken as credit. You can minus it. This is the point that we need to put.
तो TDS पे HSC नहीं लगता.
इस पे TDS पे
HEC
नहीं, TDS पे HEC नहीं लगता है. जब वो लोग काटते हैं तो वो लोग एग्जैक्टली उतना ही काटते हैं, 30%, 20%, 10%.
but now when we are adding we have taken TDS casual income पे भी HEC लिया है ना.
नहीं, so okay, okay, write this first. Guys, everyone done? I understood your question. I'll address it. Everyone else done with this calculation? Yes. Now let me explain Nikunj your point. See, first TDS अलग है, tax liability अलग है. TDS उन्होंने एक amount तेरे से ले लिया है. That is 30%. That is 13,500. It's with the government. Now you calculate your entire tax liability, which is 4,37,940. उसमें से already जो government के पास है ना, वो minus कर लो.
ठीक है एडवांस जैसा हो गया.
Yes, advance is all. All right. Any other question? Anyone else? Guys, now 115 BSc करना है, but हम यहाँ पे orally करेंगे. So please on your calculator, take the total income, guys. Everyone, 115 BSc के लिए ready हो जाओ. 20 lakh, 65,470. Now you tell me guys, what can I add? Can I add back 80 EEB? So plus 1 lakh 50. Next, let's go to the rooms which have been opened. In IFOS, guys, any change? No. In capital gain, any change? No. And in PGBP, check if there's any change. 1 minute. I'll be back, guys. Yes. Anything else that we can't take, guys? Additional scientist specified awesome covaxin ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है यहाँ पर. So, guys, on this amount, 22,15,470 is your income under 115 BSc. I'm not writing it, guys. It's very predictable now. 115 BSc. Guys, we have done really well. From November 23 last time we had done. May 2019 also last time we had done. November 19, November 20, Jan 21, July 21, December 21. We've done some fabulous questions. Well-deserved break. I know our class is still 6, so I don't know how much time we can take a break off, but I need a break, 15, 20 minutes at least. So let's take a 15, 20-minute break. Let's come back and let's continue. We have 2 more sums to go and we'll see what next is there, but class ends at 6 o'clock sharp. Yes, 15, 20 minutes of break. Coming back. Any questions? Put them in the chat box. I'll see you back in 20. All right, guys, back from the break and looking to do just 2 more sums, and I'll tell you this way forward after that. Now you're getting better and better at this, and I'm really happy. So May 22, November 22, 2 sums that we are looking to solve. This is May 22. This is Mrs. Nisha. She has a lot of things going on for her. And then you need to find out the total income and tax payable for Nisha. Ignore the provisions of 115 BSc. So if you're worried that in the exam, how will this question get over? A lot of times they themselves tell you that ignore 115 BSc. So only do as per the old provisions. But because we are practicing this, we'd rather do it for old and for new provisions as well. So here we go, guys. I will give you some few minutes to read this question and then we will discuss it all together. This is the first part. Please read. When you read it, make your notes. We have 1 hour, half an hour for this sum and half an hour for the next sum. That's how the session is planned. There's a lady called Nisha. She's 54 years. She's into manufacturing textile fabrics as a proprietor. The turnover of 2021 was 250 lakhs. Current financial year 21-22. So this is the previous year of the question. Is 600 lakhs. The net profit as per P&L account is 5,61,000. So this is my PGBP room which I'm opening, and 5,61,000 is what they've already calculated. You should also be opening this in your rough work. This is question number 1, May 22 ICI paper. She provides the following additional information. Those that were not considered These are information that is extra while making the profit and loss account for the year 21-22. Let's see how we can tackle this. Depreciation has not been debited to the P&L account. The details of plant and machinery employed in the business are as under. Is depreciation compulsory? Yes or no? Yes. So we need to calculate it. This is the opening value of plant and machinery. This is new machinery purchased. This is 3rd of July, so full year, half year. We will get full year. And because it's new machine, we will also get additional depreciation. Also, she sold one of the machine, but does not matter. Family method, whatever is sold, we will minus from the block. But I'm waiting to calculate it because there's a second point which is linked to the first point. She does not have any other fixed assets employed in the business. She received a subsidy of 20% on the new machine purchase during the previous year under some fund or scheme of the government. That means, guys, out of 7,25,000, she did not have to pay 20%. So basically, what she paid is only 80%. So she paid only 5,80,000. So she will get additional depreciation also on 5,80,000 and depreciation also on 5,80,000. I hope this is clear. Any doubts, please address. So I'm just minusing 4,75,000 plus 5,80,000 minus 75 in 9,80,000 into plant and machinery 15%. So 1,47,000 is the depreciation. Now additional depreciation only on 5,80,000. Guys, can you tell me in the chat box at what rate do you get additional depreciation? Into 20% is 1,16,000. This is something that you also have to minus. This is debt, this is additional debt. Next, she paid job charges for the value addition on the fabrics 90,000 without deduction of TDS. As if she is not deducted TDS, will she get deduction? Yes, but only how much percent will she get? She will only get 70%. So only 63,000 can be minus. So please minus 63,000. Next. Commission paid to one agent allowed as a deduction in earlier assessment year. That means you paid someone some commission and you got a deduction of 50,000. Has now been received back during the year from the agent due to settlement with the commission agent. Guys, please tell me an expense which was given to you earlier. Are you receiving it back? So is this not your income? Yes. Simple. You paid Pinnacle the fees, you got a rank, they paid you the fees back. What is your expenditure? Nothing. So hence this expense is now have to be reversed. So you will add 50,000 to your income. Next, 25,000 paid to creditor for goods in cash. Guys, first tell me, is cash allowed of 25,000 to a person? No. So you should not get a deduction of this 25. But you've already taken a deduction. How do I know you've already taken a deduction? Because it's a creditor. Creditor means you've already passed the journal entry, purchase account debit to creditor. That means you've already taken an expense of purchase 25,000. But now that you paid in cash, this will be disallowed. So they will have to add it back 25,000. I will be okay to explain this one more time. Guys, please tell me yes or no in the chat box. Can you pay 25,000 to a person per day? No. Even if you do, will you get a deduction? No, you will not get a deduction if you pay more than 10,000 per person per day. So ideally, you should not get a deduction. So there should be no impact. But then why did I add? I added because they use the word creditor. Creditor means they've already made the journal entry whenever they purchase the goods. They already passed the journal entry and they've taken a deduction of the purchase. And now that they are paying in cash, this has to be reversed. Questions, if any? Next. She incurred a loss of 1,17,500 from trading in derivatives. Loss, yes or no? I want more answers, guys. Is this a loss? Yes. I didn't ask which business. I'm just asking, is this a loss right now? Yes. Now, which of the 5 heads do you think is the loss from? PGBP. Because he's trading. And in PGBP, is it normal business? Is it speculative business or is it specified business? Definitely not specified. Normal or speculative? Normal. Does it matter? Yes, guys, because speculative is unique blood. Normal business can be minus. So this is normal business. Yes, normal business. And if you remember, derivatives are normal. So I'm just going to minus 1,17,500. If this was speculative, I could not have minused it here. I hope this is clear, guys. Doubts, if any? Next. Interest received amounting to 2 lakh duly authorized by a partnership deed of Messrs. Ramji Textiles at 15% on the capital employed. She's a sleeping partner in the textile firm. Guys, can a partnership firm pay interest to a partner? Yes. So Ramji Textiles is paying her interest, and this is Nisha. Interest is at the rate of 15%. Guys, what is the maximum interest that can be paid to a partner of a partnership firm? 12%. So if 2 lakh is 15%, what is 12%, guys? You'll get 1,60,000. So 1,60,000 is the deduction available to Ramji, and 1,60,000 is the income of Nisha. So Nisha, you will be added, 1,60,000 only will be added. But why am I adding this to PGBP? Because if you remember, P interest and P salary will always go to PGBP. Next. She received 60,000 by premature withdrawal from a deposit, including interest of 5,000 in post office time deposit, eligible for deduction under 80C. So, guys, under 80C, can I make a fixed deposit in the post office and get a deduction? Yes. Girls' life now needs 5. Remember, 5 years fixed deposit. And I got a deduction under 80C, which is nice. But then, guys, I prematurely withdrew it. That means, guys, within 5 years, I've withdrawn it. What will be the impact? I'll have to reverse it. Now, out of 60,000, how much is the interest amount, guys? Interest is 5,000. So the balance will be reversed. That is 55,000 will be reversed. Whenever I write my GTI, from that I write my deductions. From those deductions, I will have to reverse 55,000. So I'm just writing the deductions here. 80C, and I will not minus, I will add 55,000 this time. And the interest I can take to IFOS. Yes, IFOS I can take the interest to. So just taking the interest to IFOS. IFOS interest on FD, it's 5,000. So this is where we are. Next, she sold a gold bracelet. Guys, this is capital gain. We'll do it right in the end. 9 point, 10th point. She received a gold coin worth 55,000 from her cousin, daughter of her uncle, during the year, guys. Please tell me, is this a gift? Yes. Step 1. Is it MISB SAT job? Yes. Step 2. Is it from a relative, guys? Your cousin, the daughter of your uncle? No, guys. No one's daughter except your daughters are relatives and your sons. So this is not from relative. And is it more than 50,000? Yes. So will it be taxable? Yes, the entire 55,000 under IFOS. Please add another 55,000. Huh. Next, guys, moving ahead. She incurred long-term loss from sale of shares in an Indian company. The STD is paid on the purchase and sale of shares, 75,000. Just 1 second. Guys, which room is this loss from? She incurred long term. If they said long term capital loss, then which room is it, guys? Capital gain room. So is this long term capital loss? Yes. How much is that? 75,000. And this is on online. The STT is paid. So this is basically on listed shares. I repeat, guys, if you're confused, there can be only two places where this goes, either in business or in capital gain. But they've given you long-term capital loss. So here I've taken LTCL. And is this unique blood, guys? Yes. Unique basically means I cannot minus it against anything else. And I just have to write a note on this. So I'm just writing capital gain 75,000 long-term capital gain. In post office account, would we get an exemption of 3,500? Daniel, I have to check because 3,500 is from post office savings scheme or savings account. This is an FD, but I'll still check. Good point there. All right. Guys, I hope you understood this 11 point. Now let's go to the 12 point. She deposited a sum of 50,000 with Life Insurance Corporation for the maintenance of her mother who is disabled, guys. Do we get a deduction for disabled people? Severe disability with section, guys. 80 DD, disabled and dependent. How much, guys? 1,25,000 negative. Yes. Next. She purchased a new residential house during the year and paid stamp duty registration of 1,55,000. Guys, remember phone cover? Will I get a deduction of stamp duty and registration? Yes. Under which section? 80C, 1,55,000, but I will restrict it to 1,50,000. Just checking, guys. 80 TTA. No, because there is no savings account interest. TTB will not apply because Nisha is 54 years old. 80 GG does not apply because she has not taken a house on rent. Guys, it was still here. Now we have just to do this capital gain and we'll be writing this sum and fair then. So this is capital gain. Let's start, guys. ATPSC. She sold a gold bracelet jewelry. Is it an asset? Yes. Has she transferred or sold it? Yes. Period of holding was acquired in 2005, sold in 2021. So definitely long term. So I can index my cost. Yes. She sold it for 5 lakh. So your sale consideration is 5 lakh. Cost was bought for 40,000 in the year 2005. So 40,000 divided by 113 into 317. So my cost of acquisition is 1,12,212. Guys, please check if you're getting this answer. Let me know. Guys, are we getting this answer? 1,12,212. Yes. A diamond was embedded on the bracelet. Guys, that means have you improved the bracelet? Yes, by putting a diamond. So cost of improvement. And 50,000 rupees worth of diamond was embedded in the year 2007-8. So can I index that also? Yes, 50,000 divided by 129. That's the CII into 317, which is 1,22,868. Guys, please check. Are you getting this number as well? If you minus both these from 5 lakh, you'll get a number of 2,64,920. And is this long term? Yes. So taxed at what rate, guys? 20%. So this is 264,920. So this is 264,920. This is long term capital gain. Guys, can I minus this long term against this long term? Yes, both are long term. So can I minus it against one against the other? Yes. So I can minus it. Let's minus it. Minus 75,000. And you'll get 1,89,920, which will be final number. So this is capital gain room done and dusted. This is IFOS room, done and dusted, 55,000 plus 5,000 is 60,000. 189,920 plus 60. And here is PGPP room. Let's check if there's any other thing that we missed out on. That's about it. Yes. Guys, please calculate this number of PGBP. Three lakh 52,500. This is PGP. So we'll add all these three. We'll get a final number. We'll minus the deduction. 80C, 80DD, 80C are available. And then from that, you will calculate the tax. Remember, there's a menu card because 1,89,920 is at 20%. Let's write this sum, guys. This is question number 1 of May 22. Remember, guys, this is one of the most dreadful questions by CS students. And if you're aiming to get good marks, this is something that you will have to do well. Computation of total income and tax liability of Mrs. Nisha for AY and PY. Particulars, amount and amount. First, PGBP, Mayank, I'll show you the set of procedure here. expense recovered back from agent. Cash expense greater than 10,000 will be disallowed and added back. Your Mayank, loss from derivatives business can be set off against other business. So I have minus 1,17,500. You can do it here itself. There's no problem. All right, guys, saving this page so that we can move to the next one. Guys, this is the only deduction which you have to add back because there's a reversal. Guys, because her income is up to 5 lakhs, she will be eligible for a rebate. And this also, guys, let's make a small menu card because we'll follow the procedure. 3,82,420. 30 nothing, 10 nothing, 15 nothing. 20 is at 1,89,920. And the balance is 1,95, 1,92,500. Let's adjust the basic exemption limit. 2,50,000. 1,92,500 first gone. Remaining is 57,500. So here 1,92,500 gone. Here 57,500 gone. So this is 1,32,420 into 20%. 26,484. This is your basic tax. There will be a rebate and then an HEC. As the maximum HEC allowed is 12,500. Sorry, the maximum rebate allowed is 12,500. Let me explain. But just write what I've written here and then let me explain. All right. Guys, are we all okay with the total income? Please tell me yes or no, guys. Are we all okay with the total income? Yes. Are we all okay with the menu card? 30, 10 and 15 was not there. Where did we use the basic exemption limit first? Normal rate and then against 20%. And you got a final basic tax of 26,484. Guys, is someone earning up to 5 lakh eligible for a rebate under 87A? Yes or no, guys? Please tell me. Are you eligible for a rebate if you earn up to 5 lakh? But the rebate is basically maximum amount is 12,500. Maximum they will give you a rebate of this much. So unfortunately, because of this 20%, my basic tax has gone more than 12,500. So I will get a rebate only of 12,500 because that's the maximum I can get. So even though my income is up to 5 lakh, I will still have to pay some tax. Let's see how much is that tax price. 13,984 plus my HEC at 4%, which is basically 14,543, which is rounded off to 14,540. Guys, this is a very important point, that why even after earning up to 5 lakh, you still have to pay tax. This is only because of this 20%. Because you have directly multiplied by 20%, so the tax has gone up, but the rebate is maximum 12,500 only. Yes. I'll show you how to present this once you understood it. Let's go to tax liability. Please write. Tax up to 2,50,000 is 0. Tax on long-term capital gain after adjusting basic exemption limit, open bracket, 132,420 into 20%, 26,484 less. As rebate is always after basic tax only. Rebate under section 87A, maximum 12,500. Therefore, basic tax 13,984. HEC at the rate of 4% will give you 14,540 in brackets rounded off. Just 1 second. So guys, this is how you will get the final number, 14,540. Rishan, answering your question, can you mark it to everyone so that I don't have to repeat the questions? Yes. So guys, rebate is a flat rebate, but the maximum rebate you get is 12,500. But because in this rare case where we had a tax of 20%, because if you see, if the income is up to 5 lakh rupees and it's all normal rate, then it's anyways up to 2.5 lakh rupees is nil. From 2.5 to 5 lakh, it is 12,500. So maximum rebate, that's why they've kept it at 12,500. But in this unique case where the tax rate was 20%, and that hence, even after rebate, you still have some small tax payable. So is the rebate of 12,500 only when bill is to be adjusted? No, rebate is always when your income is up till 5 lakh rupees. And in the new default tax regime, up to 7 lakh rupees. So can you please show the tax liability calculation? My Wi-Fi stopped working. Okay, 1 minute here. Tax calculation. This is the tax liability calculation. You can take a picture and write it later on. For all ages, the rebate is maximum 12,500, or it depends on the slab. Of course, it depends on the slab. Dhanit, I hope you understood that. It depends on the slab. Basically, if you're below 60, the maximum you can earn as per normal rates is 12,500 tax, and hence that is a rebate. All right. Perfect. I storing this and telling you the way forward now. Just 1 minute. This is May 22. Okay. All right. So, guys, now we're at that stage that we've done a lot of questions. In fact, we've done all exam questions, 14 marks, which are really, really important and very time consuming. I made a choice that I wanted to do the exam questions more than the book questions also, because I wanted you to get a flavor of what comes in the exam. So now what happens when you look at the exam or the book questions? So computation of income has roughly about 10 questions with 1 or 2 NA. So about 6 to 8 questions are there in your book computation of income. Those are the sums. The sums are there. They are solved. There's solution. Each and every sum is similar to what we've done, but smaller. The first sum